Welcome back to the course, guys. In this video, we are going to start finding your brand's purpose. First off, we are going to talk about why it's even important to have a brand's purpose. So let's start. Well, first off, for you to really follow along inside of this course and to do all the steps in order to find your brand's purpose, to write it down, etc., we have provided you with a template, as you can see, and it's called Business Branding. And the first step is to find your brand's purpose, and just beneath the title here, you can find a small little explanation about that can guide you through when you are about to write this. But let's start off by explaining what a brand purpose is and why it's so important to have one. So your brand's purpose is basically your why. Why are you doing what you are doing outside of the money, the obvious? To make more money, to sell more products, to sell more services, etc. What is it that you really would like to see? Let's break it down a little bit further on what I really mean. So, what do you believe? What type of positive change do you believe that your company and business and brand can do in the world? For example, what can you add when it comes to value outside of your customers? So you have maybe a product or service idea, or maybe you already have launched a product, service, and business, and you know that you are selling something, but you don't really know why. Then you can look at it this way. What value can you add to the people outside of your customers? Not to your customers. Hopefully your product or service are already adding enough value to them. But what is the real purpose behind your products and services? You do want to build an emotional connection. Let's have a look at some examples here. For example, Google. Google's purpose is not to make money. Google's purpose is to organize the world's information and make it useful. That's a purpose. That's deeper. That's their why they created Google. And Nike, for example, is to empower everyone to be an athlete. Now we know that it's not possible for everybody to be a top athlete, but it's possible for anyone to be their own athlete. So that is Nike's why. They would like people that are ill, have some kind of sickness, maybe people that is broken in some way, injured, that show them that it's possible to, when you put on our shoes, when you put on our trainers, our training equipment, you can feel and be an athlete. That is Nike's purpose. And also Apple, for example. Apple's purpose is to make digital life simpler and more stylish. Me, myself, I'm sitting at an Apple computer. This is a MacBook Pro computer and I'm very happy with it. And the simplest reason why I bought this one is that it's simple and easy to use. I'm not a technical person whatsoever. My smartphone, I don't even know how to properly download applications sometimes, or why does it say that I need to update my phone, and I don't really know how to handle all kinds of computers even. So that's why I bought this computer, because it's so simple and easy for me to use. So their purpose is for anyone to be able to use their computers and their smartphones and their technique. So for them, it's to build an emotional connection to everybody that is not as technical as maybe the younger people out there are today. So the reason that you would like to have some kind of purpose is because you do want to find your why you are really doing this, so it can boost you and boost your employees and also boost your customers to buy more stuff from you. Because if you are building emotional connections with people, people are seeing that your brand is doing things outside of the obvious, like selling products and services of high quality. You are doing some kind of cause out there. You are trying to fulfill some type of need outside of your customers, then people would like to follow. And this is also one thing that differentiates you from your competitors. So if you're having a unique why and unique purpose why you're doing a certain kind of like cause or thing outside of your obvious business to sell products and services, then of course Nike is standing out. They are differentiate themselves from other brands. They would like to empower everyone to be an athlete. They're not just selling equipment. So they are getting into their emotions of the people that are buying their products. That's why Nike is still around, one of the business leaders when it comes to sports equipment. So your business or your purpose rather needs to reflect what you are selling. So let's take Always for example. Always do want to rewrite the rules when it comes to women. They do want to like embrace women to do things other than staying at home on their period, for example. Have you seen the commercial Like a Girl, when people are running like a girl, people are like playing golf like a girl, they are skating like a girl and stuff like that. If you haven't, then just Google or YouTube Like a Girl. It's a very good commercial. They do want to boost the confidence of girls so that girls can be girls, a woman can be women. They can still play sports while they are on their period, because if they're using their Always, they can still play sports. They can still do whatever everybody wants to do. They don't have to stay at home, and they don't have to be like ashamed to have their period or something like that. So they do want to boost girls' self-esteem, and they're doing that with their commercials. And that is why people are standing behind them and still buying their products. So the brand Always positive change and belief is that they are boosting girls' and women's self-esteem with their commercials, with their message that you don't have to be at home on your period. You can still use our pads. You can go out there, play sports and games and play with your friends or whichever. So that is their positive change. Their purpose is to boost girls' self-esteem. And if you're standing behind that, which I am certainly doing, then of course you do want to support their business and their brand. So in the next video we are going to look at more examples on how to find your brand's purpose in order for you to get a better understanding why you are doing what you are doing. See you in the next video.